Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attack Productions. Today I bankrupt joined once again by Spaghetti and Austin.
Yeah, speaking of spaghetti, I'm gonna go piss while you guys do the rest of this intro.
Sounds good. Alright.
What's up, guys?
Today's matchup is me versus Austin. Austin has brought out SS4 Vegeta instead of Cooler, which kind of threw me off. I think you've played this before, though. It's been a while, though.
Nope. I have never played this at the shop. I only played this at home with my brother.
Okay. Maybe I've heard you talk about it then.
Yeah, because a while back, like last year, I asked Fluff, I was like, hey, how do you build this? It was like in the middle of summer of last year. He's like, oh, here's some ideas on how to build it. And I was like, this seems fun, and I kind of want to try it. And this is mostly that build from that long ago, so it has very few like newer cards in it, and it's a bit rough.
So, and I'm playing Goten, which you all saw earlier this week from the latest set. Let's take it away. So we've kind of talked about Goten, and we kind of have an idea SS4, which since you said you talked to Fluff about it, the idea is to attack, and ramp, right?
Yeah, so you want to ensure your attacks get off early on, so you get a few ramps in. And one of the things I was missing, because I forgot that I had borrowed them in this list, and I forgot to ask Jimmy for them ahead of time, was the Ultra Instinct Kamehameha Go.
I wasn't gonna let you borrow them anyway.
Oh, you bastard! But yeah, and those will really help you get off those early attacks. Having a 25k single strike early on, you draw a card, really helps you get the energy in. And I didn't have those.
So, what was your mindset going against a red deck? Because no one's played Goten for starters, so like I know you probably didn't know what to truly expect out of this deck, but just going up against a red deck in general, what were you expecting?
Negate, just because I know they can get a lot of combo, like just some other things, and I know a lot of people run some cards that are pretty frequent. Like I see the that one Goku U7 Goku that I think it's like 30k whatever. He can
Divine Presence.
Yeah, I see him quite a bit in red decks, so I knew to expect like stuff like that, where like cheap, like really good aggro come out, and for a lot to come out.
And I know, like you mentioned, Fluff has played this a lot. Trevor's played it. I think a couple more people have played this deck, but I've had a lot of experience with this, so I knew, like you said, just negate. Like, I will Fang Fist your leader to begin with, so if you wanted to apply pressure, you had to use more cards than you were intending to do.
Yeah.
And on this second attack, which hasn't happened yet, so.
Yeah. Another issue this deck that I had was I forgot to sub out Unisons. This was just a hodgepodge of a deck because I wanted to play it and I forgot how not finished it was. So I have like 9 Unisons in this deck. It's just a mess.
I did notice that you had the Golden Ape, the Unknown Parasite, and I think you had SS4 as well.
Yeah. The original list had just the Golden Ape and SS4. But I was like, the Parasite would be pretty good, in this. And I never had a chance to really use it in any of the games I play, which sucks. But I used it in a friendly, but that was it.
I want to go ahead and call this out now, so it's not brought to our attention later. And we will talk about more as it happened. Keep in mind, this Unison has been errated, like the hell and back. Like, it has 2 separate erratas on it, both with the Activate main and the -4, if I recall.
Yeah, the Activate main is you have to do 2 blue and 2 colorless to draw 2 cards, or 2 of any color. And then the -4 is you put 1 mono blue card in your deck, then draw 2. The original -4 was take away, put 5 in the deck, then draw 2.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk about what happens when an incident does happen, but it was a fuck up on both of the things. Not the drawing, but you'll see. But
I mean, let's be real. Is the card broken without the erratas?
No.
I still think the card is kind of mid, even being able to pay 2. I mean, yeah, it's basically just a draw monkey that's always on your field, but
yeah, I don't understand. I think the erratas were just a big knee-jerk reaction because they were afraid of it getting abused because of the Super Saiyan 3 rework.
Nobody playing that shit. I mean, it'd be kind of cracked in Soul Striker, but Fuck Soul Striker. Nobody plays that
I
shit.
meant back when the errata happened. That's because the remakes were out, and then they were pretty popular. The rest of this card came out. They're like, oh wait, we didn't think of that.
So keeping with the theme of just stopping you from attacking, once you awaken, you're able to resand if I do a counter. Is it counter attack or just counter general? I can't remember exactly.
General counter.
Okay.
Any counter.
Yep.
And I actually, at this point, like, I'm done wasting resources. You guys spend 2 cards just to get that attack in. I think I'll let this attack go through. I think I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it's a 25k. All I had to do was discard 2 cards to, end super combo. I think it did 35. Just still wanted to draw, but I really wanted to get that in just so I get try to get at least 1 energy in, and if I get this, the investment for 1 energy, like you see here, is, I think, pretty minimal.
And I was okay with seeing it be Android 17. I don't know how many you play, but I'm just glad that was one of them.
I run 2 in the list.
Now you gotta go like big dick energy and run a playset.
You mean all 5?
Yeah, all 5, bro.
And 8 super.
The forbidden playset. Show me in the rules where it says I can't run 5. Show me.
But yeah, this card got played so much on me this weekend. It was so funny because everyone's always like, "Shit!" Every time they saw my hand, it's just negates.
And that's okay. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I'm just glad I saw your hand. Like, I played this, I'm like, is this card fine? Expecting you to, like, God Sealing it back to my hand, because you charged a God Sealing earlier. And you're like,
I couldn't pull any. Yeah.
So, getting rid of Random Rumble.
This deck draws so much, I couldn't see, like, the God Sealings when I needed them.
And here's an example, like, I'm okay with those negates. I'm able to apply pressure to you at this point, and you're just using them.
Yeah, I just didn't know what Goten did, and I knew, like, basically, like, we're talking about this Videl right here, it's like a rework of, like, the Videl from, like, set 7, like, Videl Goten Trunks, that set.
Yeah.
Where,
set
like,
7, yeah.
It's basically a better version of it, so I knew that was a thing, and you whiffed there.
Yeah, it was a bad whiff too. In that 7 cards, I recall, was at least 2 super combos and my secret rare, which is Gohanks.
Yeah, and yeah, I just didn't know what to expect. I just know red in general, so I know how it plays, and this I just didn't know some of the certain cards that were in this, like all the 82 Kamehameha poses in this deck, like Dear Lord.
Yeah. The all the Goku 1-drop Gokus and all the 3-drop Unisons have that same pose.
Like I like how there's a theme of they just kind of reuse the same art for certain things, and like they also name like everything the same name, like Thwarting the Dark Empire. There's like 18 cards named Thwarting the Dark Empire.
Yeah, Bancroft loves his theme decks.
Well, I mean, look, people enjoy the archetypes that come in sets. I tried to provide those archetypes.
I mean, I like theme decks too.
Shut up, Austin.
You know what? No one asked you, Jimmy, you big head.
So,
bro,
you're paying 6 energy to bring out the potentially draw 4 Vegeta or charge cards. And I found this very interesting. And it may be because, like, unlike Soul Striker, you don't get to reset energy whenever you want to. And you don't have the Majin Buu Unison. So you just pick the 1 battle card and put the 2 Unisons and a Senzu Bean, which I thought was kind of odd, the Senzu Bean. Like, you could have taken that one and used it. But I was like, man, I'm glad this isn't like a Beerus leader or something.
Yeah. If it was Beerus, it'd be like, win. But, yeah, the that guy you can use in any mono blue deck. He's probably one of my favorite mono blue cards. He's just so strong because you either just draw 4 cards or you get energy. It's crazy.
He got some skinny ass legs in those jeans, bro.
You do. He skipped leg day.
Yeah. SPR art's superior. Like, what I mean, he's like holding 2 balls. He looking like a penis, bro.
The SPR art looks really weird to me. I don't like how he looks like he's constipated in the SPR art.
Bro, why are they always doing SS4 Vegeta dirty?
Yeah, I know.
He every art, it looks like somebody just told him that they don't like cream cheese, and he's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like every art, he's looking like somebody said something egregious to him.
So you've given your leaders to Bean, and at this point, I think I'd just start swinging with the topos.
Yeah. Then I do the ready to rumble. Oh, make your
Ready to rumble.
Yeah, and then you. Yeah, that's what happens here. I thought I saw me tapping 4 energy. I can't remember what's in my head at this point.
Yeah,
I don't even exist. What's going on?
I followed it up though with
yeah,
the counterplay Videl. And you made a comment here. You're like, you can't counterplay this. I'm like, you don't know what I can do. You're right.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because you counterplayed
Videl.
You can't use it anymore. I was like, no, you literally can't bancrop. It's in the rules.
Well, I mean, Bancroft's running 5 of them, so you know he's not paying attention to the rule book.
Exactly.
I know a lot of people like Frost. The chilled the gate army for reinforcements, whatever it's called, and I think it's okay.
The reason why is that that's a 10k battle card with 0 combo power, and that's why. Because once your opponent's awaken, it's a card you can't really swing with because you have to get rid of resources just to do the hit.
Yeah.
And you like if I since I play in red, I obviously have testing opposition.
Yeah.
If I pass turn, it's a 5,000 combo.
Yeah. Here's the mistake we're talking about here. So we talked about. I was like, and I'm pretty sure the errata is only the changing of the energy for the draw 2. You know, increasing it from 2 to 4.
Yeah, I remember asking about it. I'm like, is it 1 card? And you're like, no, it's 5. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I forgot they changed it twice. They errated it, and they but then it doesn't matter because I don't even draw the 2 cards.
Yeah.
Like, I just shuffled 5 cards in that deck, and I didn't draw the 2 cards.
I will say there's an interaction occurring about the curve. So you swing with lead, I negate with testing opposition, take a life, and then after you drew your card, you're like, oh snap, I didn't draw my 2 cards. And we're in that situation where it's like, I've already negated based on the knowledge I had from your attack. And if you would have drawn 2 cards, how many do we need to backtrack? You know, did you get a counterplay and stuff like that? Did you get a counter? You know, how would that change out? Just one thing, just keep in mind what your cards do. It's unfortunate. We all make mistakes, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah, no, I literally hadn't touched this deck in like 5 months, I think.
Well, this is the first time hearing of it, so retroactive game loss to both of you.
What did I do?
I don't like you.
Oh, fair enough.
Bancroft's the second favorite person in this chat currently.
Oh, I'm the first? Nice.
No, I'm the first.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a lie. It's okay. We all make mistakes.
I don't want to hear it from you, Peanut Butter Boy.
I can be Peanut Butter Boy. He kills me.
So
exactly.
Moving along.
Shut up.
This is where we're having that conversation, like the interaction, and I think you're about to play another Vegeta. Yeah, there you're looking at it right now.
I just got like information overload here for a second because I messed up the play, and then I started thinking, and then I was listening to everyone talking about in like the shop behind us, and I'm like, what am I? I don't know what's going on. My brain just froze.
Looking back at this, I get this choice right here, but I was so confused when you did not pick up the Bardock. I'm like, he could. Oh man, he has a Bardock in his energy. He can tap 2 cards and play that. It's a blocker. It draws another card. But now you have 6 active energy.
Yeah.
So if I were to activate a negate on this attack, you could freely play Golden Avenger.
I could play Golden Avenger with still 1 open because I think I had a Sense of Being and Dimension Magic in my hand. So I was like, I can work around if I need to.
And I think I debate it, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's do this. Because I counted out your energy right there to see what you had. I'm like, all right, cool. Violent Ray, is it good? And you're like, no.
Who would have guessed?
And I'm like, okay, fine. I'll pay 3 for Exploding Weakness. Which negs all your cards by 20, boosts my leader by 5. So if you want to even continue attack from this point on, you have to apply more pressure or more cards than you were intending to do. And I think your hand is actually lower than I would feel like SS4 would prefer it.
Yeah, this list I have is just not good. And I took out some cards, but like having all those extra unisons really messes me up. Not having the UI Gokus really messes me up. And I have a whole new list I'm looking at, and it's gonna be a little bit before I can play it because I need to buy some cards. But
Homie, just send me what you need. I got you.
Alright.
Like, what the hell, bro?
But yeah, I think the list once after I adjust it'll be a lot more fun.
So here, I use the -2 on the Unison to neg 2 of your card by 15, and pay 3 to play Kaioken Goku to kill any of your battle cards under 20,000 power or less.
Yeah.
That's really gross.
Yeah. I always forget that Unison has that -2 ability, and I think it was a turn before, I was like, shit, I think I just misplayed. And I'm like, oh, alright, just gotta remember next turn. So.
But yeah, I just like this deck because I picked it up when I played Cooler so much. And I played Cooler very defensively, and I was looking at a blue deck because red and blue are pretty much the only colors I'm going to play with some green here and there. But I really wanted to find a fun blue leader, and I love this Vegeta ready to rumble.
This
So good.
And I felt comfortable with the amount of battle cards that I wanted to test this. But you still had 2 blockers. You still had cards in your hands. I don't know, like you could have been there Dimension Magic to swipe a life, to restand 2 more energy, to have more stuff to do. But I felt like this was possible, and I wanted to just push.
Yeah, no, that's smart. There's that Goku I was talking about that I always think is in red lists.
It's a good reason too. The cards kind of snap.
Yeah, combo 2 red battle cards. Play for 2 energy. I think you need to have 3 or more energy to do that, right?
Yeah, you need 3 or more energy, but its deflect can't be removed by opponent's skills, and essentially a 30k dual attacker that'll add a skill list to your hand.
Yeah, which I don't play in this deck right now. But right there, it went up to 30k. I killed your blocker. You said no negate, and now I'm pulling the mat and hope the mat strat where you just go all out and hope that your opponent can't stop this attack. And I think I go up to 95,000 double strike.
Yeah, and I kept giving you shit because this is why I hate that Kai card, because you have to call the Kai which cards are getting double strike. Otherwise,
give the attacking card. But it does say choose up to 1 attacking card. Which is so weird. And if come from Magic,
so much.
When you go into your combat step, I attack with these 4 cards. So it always throws me off when I see a card that says choose up to 1 of your attacking cards. I'm like, you can't attack with more than 1 card. Why is it phrased that way?
Yeah, that's why I just play Champa, because I know I'll forget sometimes, and then it'll cost me something. So I just hate that Kai so much.
As we said before, if anybody calls you out on that, they smoke mids.
Yeah. With that being said, thank you all for tuning in. Keep in mind there's buttons down below and on the screen. Since Fluff isn't here, he requested that Jimmy do the outro.
Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack.
What?
All right.